reporting a pattern emerging across the EU where people who exercise their democratic right are being confronted by aggressive police. We can see it happening. That is what is there in the background. We have an enemy amongst us. You want to fight, tell the truth. When you leave here, speak in the post office queue. I do it in a loud voice. My wife used to wince, and now she's fine. Somebody says something, I'll say yes, but that's to do with the EU. And of course, have you seen this stuff on where the EU came from and the Nazi Party? And you'll find people are wobbling. Now, it is more complicated than that, because there's a hint of fascism and there's a bit of socialism in there as well. But I believe keep it simple. If you've got a tank rumbling towards you, let's call it a tank. Let's not get into debate about whether it's a T-42 or a 48. It's a tank. Tell the truth. And if you can do one thing for me, get out there, get onto your local councillors, get onto your MPs and demand that this crypto charity, this false charity, is stripped out of our society. Okay, that's the minimum. I guarantee once this starts to be exposed, you're going to see a whole stack of things come down like a pile of bricks. So we are feeling very bullish. We know that common purpose is wobbling, and we know the government is getting edgy. We also know that the Queen is now hearing people are reporting treason. So get out there and get poking sticks into the establishment, because we are finally beginning to wake people up. Thank you.
Wants me to tell you that this evening will be recorded on a film on Google Video, so you'll be able to have a copy of it later on if you wish. Could I just tell you about something that I read in the Echo, January 19th, 2007. It was a little article. There it is. You can all have a copy as you go out if you like. And it's talking about a young man. My name is Ben Shepherd. I'm a presenter on GMTV and The Extra Factor. And he's writing to us for your readers' help to find young people in Bournemouth who have done something positive for their school or community. These teenagers deserve to be recognised, encouraged and rewarded for the valuable work they do to make their schools and communities better places. And by entering the Deutsche Bank Spotlight Awards, young people in Bournemouth will be making the headlines for all the right reasons, with up to £5,000 prizes for the winners and certificates of recognition to all nominees. This initiative really does celebrate the positive, and then it goes on. And the thing that really got me, my attention had been taken by the Deutsche Bank thing, but it hadn't really dawned on me at that point. And then at the end it says, for more details on the awards and how to enter, visit Common Purpose, and then there's the website address. Or call Tracy Thurgard on, and then there's a telephone number. And Ben Shepherd on behalf of the Deutsche Bank Spotlights Award. Now, isn't that just very, very interesting? There you are. You can have a copy as you go out.
Right, can I'll just say, John's at the back, so I hope he's going to come forward. Can I just say to you all, thank you very much for coming. I'm delighted to see so many people, and thank you for bearing with us till late, because I know it's your Friday night, but it really has been fantastic to see a lot of you, so thank you very much. Any questions? Yep. Can we do a show of hands about how you found out about it? Who saw an advert? Right. Is somebody going to count, or am I going to count, or are we going to do it approximate? Right. I think it's about 13, 14, I think. Who's come as a result of being told by a friend? Right. So does that tell us that networking is the best thing? But Would you consider that most of you are already well informed? Right, so what we need to do is see how we draw in new people. Is that enough? Anybody who's done common purpose? Who's... It doesn't make you a bad person. Sorry. No, can I answer?
I did note that you linked NLP with brainwashing, and I would like to say there are a lot of good people doing good work helping people using NLP, so it's not used as a brain, and we're not necessarily members of common purpose. All right, because it's very important.
I'm really sorry if I didn't say that there's good. As with most things, there are skills, techniques which can be put to good use and can be put to bad use. So I'm very happy with that, because I know there's all sorts of things going out of courses where people are being helped. I agree with you. Yeah.
I'd like to say I was on the demonstrating against George Bush visiting, and your comments on the end about the aggressive attitude of the police. The police actually put an agent provocateur in the crowd who actually started the riot in London. So that's how bad things are. The police are resorting to starting the problems so that they can beat the hell out of everybody.
They're doing that in Bournemouth every day of the week with people.
Yeah.
Creating a fight, and then when the police come, they arrest the innocent guy. It's happening all the time.
You're seeing an effect. Where you need to start looking is where the police training is done. And if you start to look at the police training colleges, you will find they are being taught some very strange things. And remember the little story I told you about the lady who described a major personality change in her police officer, I can't remember, husband or partner, after he had done a diversity course. And I can tell you that this is being reported by other people.
Programmed Darren Brown, The Heist, and he programmed people to carry out bank robberies in London after they heard a bit of music. It is so simple. You just plant a seed in the sun and they go off and do it.
Well, there are grades of this. We know this. There are grades of it, but it is a fact that it is perfectly possible to take a group of people into a closed environment for 48 hours and to change their views. That is perfectly possible. And it's very interesting that the Matrix, or the No, I think it's called now, which is Common Purpose's residential course, is at 48 hours, usually in a small hotel somewhere. We've got some more digging to do. But in response to the lady who's talked about the good side, and I'm very happy with that, we need also to understand that these techniques can cause problems. Hypnosis can cause problems to some people, and techniques like creative visualization, we've got documented evidence from teachers who themselves experienced unpleasant, adverse images in their mind as a result of being trained to teach the children. Now, the people we're up against are not nice therapists. You are dealing with some of the most cold, calculating military or pseudo-military people going. So don't underestimate them.
Is there any information that can I go to your website, can I go anywhere to find out whether this is happening within the school that I'm in?
I'll repeat the question. The lady at the front has said, is there anywhere she can go to in order to find information on whether